Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I win D&D.
Hi, hi everybody. Welcome to Shadows over Baldur's Gate, and welcome to Chronicles. I realize my audio is a little funky, but I'm going to keep going, and I'll fix it. Give me 1 second. Okay, that should be a little bit better. Hi everybody. Welcome to Chronicles and Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel. Let me bump my audio now, son of a bee. Live audio balancing is great. Our spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate 3 in D&D campaign form. I am Cujo. I am your chronicler for this evening. Before we begin, couple quick notes. If you are going to be at Gen Con, I shall be there. And if you want to come up and say hello, I would love that. I like that. So come up and say hello, and let's talk about gaming and roll dice, maybe. I don't know. What else was I going to say? I thought I had other announcements. I actually don't. So why don't we go ahead and toss it to our beautiful cast so we can get this game going? I'm so excited. Okay, it's fine.
I mean, I'm excited too. Who am I? I'm Lauren Urban. She, her. Today I'm playing Udazash. Also she, her. The Ranger Rogue, who is just so happy people are talking to each other again.
What up, everybody? My name is Omega Jones, also known as Quipbar across all social media channels, and I play Leopold Guthamore, our favorite. Can you have a favorite illithid? Because I feel like this is probably what it would be. Favorite illithid sorcerer, aberrant mind sorcerer, who's just just a little guy trying to make it in this world. So that's him.
Hi, hello, good time zone, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the internet, usually at _ Laura Tutu, depending on the site. And tonight I am coming to you as our celestial warlock, divine soul sorcerer, Winifred Fithiach.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw, and I am playing Marcus Hellhammer, the tiefling tattooist with the bunches of punches and a bunch of trauma. Gotta flex the guns for the gun show. Okay, there you go. That's right, mandatory. He is a rune knight fighter using abyssal forbidden runes, and all of our pronouns are he, him. And let's get into it. Back to you, Cujo.
Also, I am totally on top of it, and we'll be updating the overlay with Winnie's recent character changes. Don't judge me.
It literally happened like last session. It's been zero time.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yes, man.
It has been 2 weeks. Lauren, why you gotta throw me under the bus?
I was just trying to avoid the bare naked ladies. I was with the bare naked ladies, but I was trying to avoid it. I was trying to skeet around it. I really was, but here we are, and now I gotta sing the entire song. It's been 1 week since
2 weeks since we did the game.
Yeah,
had all this time, and you got no blame.
I felt everybody go. Anyway,
so rude.
No, I'm just kidding. I love you. That was hilarious. When last we left our intrepid heroes, after having slain Archon the Cruel and ending the plot of the Cult of the Dragon in El Terrell, the heroes immediately discovered that their close personal friend, Shael, a dragon blood sorcerer, had been captured. The only calling card was a small card with the symbol of a black hand upon it. Before resting for the evening, Winifred and Udazash made a trip to the Temple of the Raven Queen, where there was a very dangerous necromantic artifact, the Hand of Vecna, that needed to be dealt with. And along the way, Laura had a conversation with the man himself and managed to resist his torment and do away with the Hand of Vecna. Back at the bakery, Marcus and Leopold found a bit of respite, Marcus planning a fantastic spread while Leopold sought comfort with his partners. The following morning, a fantastic breakfast was made. Leopold was given a new list, which is Leopold is rich isms, which, yes, I will hold on to because that was the funniest shit. And Marcus and Winifred finally had a conversation about Marcus's deal with Asmodeus, the king of hell.
Ass.
Wow. That's a joke I would make, Omega. Now that they are rested and rejuvenated, the question is, what happens next?
Well, Shael's been kidnapped. We should probably fix that. First and foremost.
So I've got a couple of ideas of where we can start with figuring out where this black hand is. So first we should probably figure out if Gable has been taken with her, or if Gable was one of the people responsible for taking her, or if Gable just like left before she was taken, or left. We should figure out what happened to Gable because he was there, so he might know. If he can't help, then there were all those people. Remember when we were heading to Halson and we encountered all those people who then Winifred you like scared off because you were really scary. And they were like, "Oh well, the Black Hand will take care of you." We can find those people and like shake. Is it shake them up? Shake them over?
Give them a shakedown, Shael?
Shakedown. That's what it is.
There you go.
Find out from them because if they know the Black Hand wants you, then they know where the Black Hand is. We could also ask Leo. We could ask your grandmother. She seems very well connected. So we could ask her. And so, we've got a couple of places that we can start.
I should also be able to scry. I might be able to figure out at least a general idea of where Shael actually is.
Oh.
I just need a silver mirror.
I'm sure. There's probably one around here somewhere. It has to be silver, not gold or anything else. I don't.
It could be a mirror, a crystal ball, or it's going to be somewhat expensive. Unfortunately, it's a high level magic.
Oh, I mean, we still a lot. Wait, sorry, rephrase that. Many things have been procured in the name of Granny. So, if there might be something, I can't guarantee anything, but I can ask. Also, I guess what worries me as well is when I try to reach out, like wrong. It got like blocked or not really all the way sent. So I fear that your scry will be the same. But I guess good information could also be bad information. So wait, is that no information is bad. Some information can be good. I got that.
I figure we should use as many resources as we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Also, at the very least, getting you the stuff so that you can do the thing. So even if it doesn't work, you can do the thing again.
And then immediately, telepathically, because we're still in Granny's bakery.
Yes.
Just gonna do a knock on Granny's mental door via my what is it called? My telepathic speech.
Okay.
And Grant, are you around? I didn't want to bother you. We had a question.
Oh, yes, I'm upstairs.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Making some croissants.
Oh, do you need help?
Always. If
Okay.
you feel so inclined.
Well, I do have. I'll ask Kellen. But Granny's upstairs. Can just ask her real quick. Also, Kellen, you're on croissant duty. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you can put your knowledge of the recipes in action now.
Actually, I like that idea. And Kellen like walks and then walks a little quicker towards the kitchen.
Okay, we can Granny's we can just then he just kind of turns and scurries towards Granny's area. Probably the part of the bakery where they actually get all the the breads and all that made. The kitchen. Duh.
Say it's Friday without saying it's Friday.
Yes.
Off to the kitchen.
Off to the bakery cooking things place. You step into the kitchen and it's a little busy. You can see Kellen immediately like know exactly what station, washing his hands in the wash basin, putting on an apron, and then even grabbing like a small like chef's hat and fitting it on, and then immediately starting to work with the croissants. Granny, who's right next to him, oh, thank you, dear. And she turns and sees all of you. Oh, I trust you all slept well.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, it's a little bit busy. Why don't we go upstairs? It'd be nice, more cozy there. She leads you all to her loft. It is cozy core to the max. It's got these big plush couches. It's got there's the fire going in the fireplace. There's this ever-present just slight smell of like vanilla. Like everything just feels calm and warm up here. Everything does still have that a little bit of distress from just existing in the hells for a while, but even so, you can't help but feel just a little bit more at ease as you step into this little loft apartment.
Just to note, before they left, Leopold definitely was like, swooning is the wrong word, but like watching Kellen get into like the element, he could swim. Oh, and followed afterwards. But
Kellen, I'll say right before you realize that, Kellen gives you a glance and then just smiles and then just shakes his head and goes right back to work.
Before he shakes his head, there is now flour in his face for looking. By the way.
You know, I can also cast Mage Hand.
Yeah, but mine's invisible. Get better.
Get good, scrub.
It's the same energy.
Yeah. But yeah, upstairs.
Okay.
So, a couple things. One, hope you had a good day so far, even though it just started. Two, do you have a mirror, and apparently the silver variety, right? Looking at Winnie.
Yes, Mom. A mirror or a crystal ball.
Oh, you know, there was one. Hold on. And she moves closer to this boudoir, and she opens up a couple of the drawers. So eventually she does find a crystal ball. It is a little rough. It's got some imperfections in the exterior, but it's still in one piece ish. This was given as tribute one time. Poor fellow didn't have enough gold, but this should work.
Right. Granny, if I'd be happy to offer payment for it, but it's something that I might need to carry with me.
My dear, everybody's been in a tizzy since yesterday. They're saying the Bright Shield is not doing too well. However, what I did see this morning, and she approaches and takes her hand and puts the crystal ball in it, is my good friend Serenity came by to collect her daily croissant. And that means more to me than money right now. Not only that, you kept this boy safe. So please, consider this payment for all that you've done.
All right. Thank you, Granny.
Of course. Of course, dear. Oh, please sit, relax. I mean, unless you have somewhere to be, in which case I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm not your mother.
We probably do have places to be, but we need some more information in order to do that. Also, just so you know, if there's other the Dragonborn or dragon folk that were missing, they're with our friend Helson at a grove not too far from here right now, because that's where almost everybody went.
Oh, well, at least if... Are they safe?
Yes.
Well, then that's good. That's the main point, I suppose.
Oh,
No,
yes.
I'm glad they're safe, and thank you. Thank you again for everything that you've done. Is there anything more that you need? Anything I can do?
They were mentioning, and I think, did he give the paper that had the black hand to Marcus? Or do I still have it?
I think you might still have it.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see. As he's I think he does talk with his hands slightly.
Good catch.
The character, not
Yeah.
CB,
Yeah.
who just knocks the filter off of their microphone.
Just do. It's fine. But yeah, he kind of adjusts a little bit with his hands. But as he's doing that, you see one of his pockets kind of like slightly opens, and then that piece of paper fly out and move towards Granny. There was mention of a black hand. I thought it might have been Bane, but apparently wrong. And I don't know details. Apparently they met some people. We think our friend, or their friend, or our friend, is kidnapped by them. Do you know anything about this?
You see... Oh, go ahead.
No, I just Winifred will just also tell Granny about the interaction that they had with that group of mercenaries where they mentioned the Black Hand.
It's rare when we see one of the Amber Blades. They must have been the individuals you met in the city. They're another one of the many organizations that think that they can run the city, but in reality, they're just a bunch of mercenaries. Sometimes they did come in, and they were respectful, but they had loose tongues. I could swear one of them did mention the hand. I couldn't... And she kind of racks her brain for a little bit. I couldn't remember what it was they were talking about. And when I had somebody linger to see if they could catch anything, they caught on quite quick, and they clammed up. But there might be someone that you can go and talk to, someone who has come to the bakery from time to time. I feel maybe there's enough of a rapport that if you go in my stead, asking some questions, maybe they'll present some answers.
Who's that?
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for the question.
I did not want to interrupt. We were all like not wanting to interrupt, but then it was very obvious you were waiting. So we were all trying to be very, very respectful.
I can never tell whenever I continue speaking if someone's actually keyed in or if I'm just rambling to myself. Regardless, I sidetrack. His name is Fenris. He's a part drow, but not all the way. He does linger in their district. I believe it's to the northeast. Look for the rotten tree. That's typically one of the spaces that they linger around.
Rotten tree, northeast.
Fenris is the name, right?
Fenris.
Fenris by the rotten tree, northeast part of town. They are, I believe by your description, drow, but not all the way. So does that mean they're half drow, part drow?
I believe they're half drow. They don't have to keep their hood up. You know, they can accept the sunlight.
Hmm.
And are you friendly with them and we can just talk to them? Or do we need to... Marcus, what was it again? Shake them sideways?
Shake them down, Freya.
Shake them down.
Well, he was always very respectful and very nice and very cordial when he would visit. Sort of a departure from the attitude of the rest of the Blades. You might find results having a normal conversation, but given the company that he stays with, just err on the side of caution and maybe bring an extra couple of arrows if you need them.
I always do.
Do we need arrows too? Is that like a thing? Are they like, is that a weakness or something? Because I can't really do arrows. I can.
Well, Leo, I think between the both of us, and Winnie sort of lets a little bit of sacred flame like dance around her fingertips, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if it was like, that person right there specifically hates arrows because I'm not good with that. I was never good with that even before.
Oh, me neither. I not bad with a slingshot though, honestly.
Oh, that's good though, because that is a skill. It is very, very tough to get the swinging around and then the force. You have to like think about like throwing it that way in order to go that way. That is a lot of math.
I think that's a sling.
Yeah, that sounds like a... You know what I like? Punching. It's so easy. Like, I know we try to make it seem like it's a hard art, and it can be one that takes a long time to master, but like, honestly, at the end of the day, you just fist, go there.
Well, you see, you would think that, but my mother has paid for like many different trainers, and they all couldn't train me.
You hear an echo coming up the stairs. I heard that. It's going on the list.
It's the truth.
I look at Leopold and I'm like, is that a challenge, my friend? Because I can teach you how to punch real good if you want.
Oh no, you can't. We tried. That is why we switched to the book.
Some of us are more inclined to the arcane, and some of us are more inclined to the physical, and that is fine. It makes for a balanced traveling party.
This is why you always travel as a pack.
See, we each got our own gifts, yeah? It's always like we bring something different. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. We all bring a different ingredient to the gumbo of life. That's what we do us.
I think Winnie actually snorts at that.
Marcus, that's something I would say in my old age, so I like it.
Could you bump your gain a little bit?
I'll bump your gain.
I mean, I'll just walk away then.
I'm just gonna.
How about now? It just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know what happened.
Granny, she's saucy.
Buy me dinner first.
Right?
I think that felt like one of those things where it's like the brain thought it and it just went straight through.
Yep. I want to.
What?
I want to call up the chat. We might have been saying that. I've been kind of like in 9 places for a second, but chat said bump your game. And it's like,
listen.
Context
is everything.
I don't think either Granny or Cujo need to bump their game anymore. I think it's already pretty
Game's
darn
there.
good.
It's there. Like I think I'm sweating. Apparently, okay.
Well, while that is going on, then Udazash will say, "Okay, so that's good. Do you happen to know? How well do you know Gable, the person that we were talking to the other day that came to visit us and take us places?"
I've never got the best vibes from that one. Do you ever... I'm going to ask a question. Do you ever look at someone and feel a shiver run down your spine? Like there's something not quite right?
Yes.
I grew up in the Feywild, so yes.
To be fair, I think a lot of people felt that way about me, so...
No, not about you. I got it from somebody in Baldur's Gate. It was very interesting.
Gable, he can only trust him so much as he finds use in you. But then the moment that that usefulness ends, I've seen it happen.
So he's a mercenary.
In his own way.
Right. Well, Zash, I know you want to go looking for Gable, and that's not a bad idea. It's going to take me about 10 minutes to do the scrying. So I don't know if you want to go on ahead while I figure out what I can figure out.
I don't know if 10 minutes is long enough for me to really do a scout, and I'd rather stay together. So I think just continuing to ask around, because it's very possible he has been taken with Shael, in which case we might as well stick together. And I'll look back at Granny and say, I'm just trying to find him is all. If he's given people the shivers or not, I need to find him and ask him questions.
All right, well, the cloaks tend to linger. Hold on, I have to check my map. The cloaks tend to linger near Shiara's market. You might find, if not Gable, somebody who can lead you to him. But I have a feeling that you'll be able to find him quite well.
Okay. Then we do the scrying, and we go from there. It sounds like we either go to this market or the northeast.
All right, well, if you would like, you can just use your scrying here. It's cozy enough and quiet.
If it's not too much trouble.
Oh, not at all, dear.
All right. Well,
Do you need us to do anything?
no. If I'm being perfectly honest, I haven't. I've never done this before. I've seen it done. So this is gonna be. So Winnie's going to dig around in her little rucksack. Chalk. No, that's no. Ha! And pulls out. What do you call it? It's the little packet that's like the chalk that is used in a lot of Southern hoodoo. I think it's called a cascarilla.
Oh gosh. I know what you're talking about.
And she looks at Granny. It'll scrub off just fine. Just I need to.
There's this small. Yes, it will. And she looks right at you like.
Yes, Mom. But Winnie starts to sketch a circle with runes in a mix of celestial and her native tongue of Sylvan. And she sets herself in the center of the circle, takes the crystal ball in her hands, closes her eyes. And as she dives into that font of magic that has been gifted to her by her patron, and there's more to it now. She hadn't really had time to consider it, but after the altercation, after what was... At first, I think she thought that the little bit extra was something that her patron, that the champion and the matron had given to her, but I think she's starting to realize that maybe they just cracked something open that was already there. So Winnie closes her eyes and her breath goes slow and steady, and there's a moment where it stops for a little too long, But then her eyes snap open, and they are brilliant, gleaming silvery gold. And she'll cast Scrying.
Your vision. You feel your vision leave your body and pass through the wood roof and soar into the sky. You see El Terrell, you see the surrounding landscape, miles above in the air. Your vision then starts to turn southwest. You see a forest, and your vision soars through. You feel like you're flying faster than a bird. You're flying, you're feeling the wind whip past you, your hair billowing. You don't need to breathe, but you know that if you were here in this moment, the sheer force of your travel would make it very difficult. And just as you're about to break through the trees, your vision fades. I will say, how long does scrying last? It lasts a couple of minutes, right?
It's a 10-minute spell.
10-minute spell. I will say you can still like back out of the tree line. So if you wanted to investigate further, a little bit, that would be fine. I know it's supposed to be focused on a single target, but I don't want to waste your brand new spell. So
I'll get it back if we short rest.
that is true, actually.
But no, all right. So if then for clarification, is it the fact that there is something specifically blocking?
Yes.
And is it Shael in particular?
Your target was Shael, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If focusing on Shael will not work, if she is in some manner of a clearing, if there is anything in the surrounding area that the DM will allow me to take in, I would greatly appreciate it.
Go ahead and make me a spellcasting roll.
Shut up. Just using my modifier?
Yeah.
18.
With an 18, you manage to push into the tree line, and you're able to gather some details. The woods are thick, and the sun doesn't quite break through the canopy. And even though it is morning, as your vision sort of picks up, it's difficult to get specific details, but you get the distinct heavy feeling of seeing inside this forest. Something in the air, something about the way that the light is particularly blocked out. It just has this sort of tense feeling in the air.
So this isn't the forest, this is the woods.
This is the woods. And you manage to pick up, there's some weird shapes just at the distance. You pushed, honestly, as close as you can, but you're seeing some weird shapes in the ground. In the distance, it's still so blurry, but it takes you a moment. And you realize that these are ruins. The ruins of a building. A stone structure of some kind.
Okay. And then, yeah, if that's all, then that's all.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Kucha.
Just a little bit of warning, second pause.
Love you.
It's fine. My blood pressure was low, so it's fine. I needed that.
You're awake now.
I want to
Yeah,
fight
please.
something. I want to fight something. Sorry, go ahead.
Winnie gives a gasp as her breath comes back and blinks, and her eyes are that standard, the black sclera and the purple irises.
Did it work? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, you were right. There's something blocking her specifically, but I could see a little bit in the surrounding area. And Winnie will describe the forest, the southwest old ass forest, and describe the vague shape of the ruins. Granny, do you know of anything in that area?
Oh, well, I might.
Please.
It had to be that place.
What place?
The Wood of Sharp Teeth.
That's a name.
Yes.
Are the trees made of teeth?
No.
Why is it sharp? Why can't it just be pointy?
Well,
Pointy teeth.
Well, branches are pointy.
There are a lot of monsters in this tree little forest, and that's what I call that. I was like, they're just gonna bite you. Like, just take you down.
there are rumors that it could be haunted.
It certainly felt like it.
Before the fall, before we went to Avernus, there were some folk who were said to have stayed in there. There was an old city, I forget what it was called. It was some time ago, but one... God damn it, Omega. It's all good. People thought that there was some sort of hidden treasure in that forest. But nobody's really come back with any information. And the only thing that I have gotten was, oh God, they're everywhere, oh God. And that was from somebody who managed to escape alive. That was some time ago, though.
Okay.
Perfect. Lovely. So that's where Shael is.
Okay.
You all see unrealized to him, unbeknownst to him, I should say. Have you ever seen shutters that have there's one image on one side and there's one image on the other and it flips through? You see literally starting from the bottom up, you see suddenly almost like shutters. He flipped through his actual illithid self back to his normal, as he's unknowingly casting mage armor on himself.
I love Leo so much.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, so how far away is these woods of sharp teeth?
It's a 2 to 3 day travel. It's gonna be across the fields. It's
So they got there very, very quick. Is it 2-3 by foot or 2-3 by horse?
2-3 by foot. By horse, you could probably make it, if you really push, a day and a half.
Okay.
They also could have well, they obviously got there fast, but they could have had the blocking happen almost immediately, so we just don't know how long they had been traveling.
Yeah, you're right. They might have a way to make sure that you can't track their quarry. And as she's doing this, Winnie's also she's scrubbing away the chalk on the floorboards. Do we still want to go looking for Gable? Because I feel like if we know where Shael is, we should probably just go.
That's how I feel.
That makes sense. I wish I knew where Gable was because it would be good to know whether he's there and needs to be rescued, or whether he's there and we need to kill him. But we should probably get going.
Try to speak to him.
If you can, that would be great.
Yeah, well, unless he also has ways to block things, which I wouldn't doubt. But I don't know. I've never tried. So.
Hey, listen, Fred, we don't know until we know, so it doesn't hurt to try.
Okay. What should I say?
Ask him where he is. If he knows what happened to Shael.
Okay.
Yeah, those two things. Basically,
Okay.
where are you and do you know what happened to Shael?
Okay. Understood. Great. And you see he kind of preps himself. His own eyes almost just like Winnie's has turned this bright gold from the color. You just always see that purple shine through, the purple pink power go through his eyes as he speaks. And again, it's slightly a warbling of it because he's clearly not speaking to you all. He's speaking to the ether that is going to get that to Gable, hopefully. So there is kind of that just weirdness about his vocals. But casting sending. Gable, this is Leopold, if you remember me. Do you know Shael's location? Question mark. Are you with Shael? Did you hurt Shael? Anything else? Crap. No. That's a sending.
Oh, I love sending so much.
It's stressful.
And I will use 3 sorcery points to do that.
Okay.
Nice.
Psionic casting, baby.
You hear Gable react as if it's a conversation for the first couple seconds. So you hear, "Oh, well, I did. Are you finished? Good. Jeez. No, I'm not with Shael. I am currently enjoying a beverage. Why? Did something happen?"
The way he spoke back, is there anything I can get from the inflection or the vibe? Is he lying?
Make an insight check.
The sound.
18.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't roll.
What?
Don't do opposition.
Just don't roll.
No, don't do
okay.
opposition. I never heard of her.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't do opposition. You get the feeling that Gable always has something that he's keeping from you when you speak to him.
Mhm.
But with how casual he was and knowing what you guys were doing, he's a little too casual.
He has more information.
He does.
Okay. 3 more sorcery points. Gotcha. As a note, if wanted, I could come to you and rearrange your brain. Please do not lie. Where is Shael? I am asking or saying no more words because the spell has a limit to as many, and then it gets cut off.
Darling, when we first met, I told you what my business was. I trade in information. If you want information, pay for it.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
You all can
Lord.
see Leo getting angrier as he's listening. And most likely small objects in the room are like rumbling and slightly being pushed away.
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
he
Where
was
is-
one of the people who took her. Okay, this is good to know.
Where is he? Leo, where is he?
Sorry, don't think he took, but he knows. And he's
Where?
not giving without payment.
I think a fair payment is he gets to keep his legs intact. I'd be happy.
Yeah, no,
to
he gets to
charge
keep
for
his fucking teeth.
that. Yeah,
Did he tell you where he is?
He said he was having a drink.
a drink.
How many taverns are in here? Are in El Terrell?
How many taverns does he like to go to?
Which
to
one
get
would
people?
he frequent based on the way he has acted and the way he has been?
Well, and considering he just dropped that he wants payment, it wouldn't surprise me if he's back at the tavern where we first met him.
That is Leo's first thought too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about. He's probably dead in that little redheaded get up of his, and we can probably spot him a mile away, I'm guessing.
The Golden Rock Tavern would definitely be.
Okay.
How far is it?
Oh, I'd say half an hour, 45-minute walk.
So it's not Dimension Door close.
No.
Okay. So Winnie has finished scrubbing the chalk off of the floor. She's tucked the crystal ball into the bag of holding. She's going to stand up, smile politely at Granny, say, I appreciate your time and your hospitality, Mum. And then she's going to march out the door. I don't think anyone in the party has ever seen Winnie this angry before.
What is Ashley's going to do? Kind of the similar thing, although she's not angry as much as like, all right, we're going to go find Gable and kill him and then keep going. So, thank you, Granny. Very, very appreciated all of your help. We'll probably be back at some point in the next couple of days. Bye.
Perfect. Bye.
Marcus is gonna turn for the door. I think he's going back into like, is one part angry, but two parts I gotta get business done. So he's starting to slowly encroach back into soldier mode. And as he's leaving out the door, he opens up his pack, takes out a little bit of like white napkin, and opens it up to have like the last beignet. Tosses it to Granny and says, "I'll put that on the stove with a bit of water to help sure it gets nice and soft again. Either put it with powdered sugar, if you got a glaze, orange glaze would go terrific on that. You have a good day, Granny. I'll see you again later." And I turn and I'm just like, it's business time as I head out.
As Marcus leaves, you see that Leo's about to turn, but he goes, then he kind of runs forward and gives Granny a hug.
Oh dear.
He goes, I really like them. They're not better than those downstairs. Don't get their feeling weird, but I like them, so thank you. Also, I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to the wares are yours and things happen, but you see him like pull open his jacket, and on the inside pouch he has that dagger of venom that he took from the thing, and he kind of holds it and then kind of lets it float in front of him. I don't really have any use for this. I don't really do this, Stabby. Would you have anything that can be traded for it, maybe? I didn't want to just like ask for, you have anything? But I just didn't know what to do with it. I have a cloak. I really like my cloak. I think it protects me well. And then my vial is, I know it's my mom's, but yeah, I just didn't know if I think it's pretty rare too. And it floats over closer to her.
Ooh. You watch Granny accept this dagger and then inspect it like an expert. She holds out the blade, plucks a hair, drops it, and it just... Yes, this will do. She turns to her boudoir And she presses in a panel at the very back, and a door opens, and you see many daggers.
Jesus Christ.
Of many different make and style, and she just sort of places it on one empty spot. Oh, that'll do nicely, just in
I
case.
liked her.
She then fishes around in that back, that hidden compartment, and she is going to pull a ring. It is a jet ring. This might suit you a little bit. At least keep you safe in case you come across anybody with the undead shenanigans.
No, please.
She offers you a jet ring of necrotic resistance. PJ, where you going?
Oh no.
It's a
So
jet
resistant.
ring of PJ resistance.
Frozen PJ resistance.
Thank
What?
you. That was.
Oh, buddy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We learned that his area is not happy with the internet sometimes.
Yeah, no.
Especially as the weather gets warmer. But hopefully he'll be
Apparently
back
in the
shortly.
summer.
Yeah. We got you, buddy.
Necrotic Resistance. Bloop. And I would get rid of the dagger of venom. Thank you. That was. Thank you. You seem like play with it, like very, very not like happy to receive a gift, but he's just very thankful. And he's like just kind of playing with it. And he puts it on his middle finger on his right hand. Hopefully, I don't need it because I don't like dead things. But thank you.
Of course. There was one more thing I had for you. 1 second.
Oh.
She turns and she pulls an adventurer's pack. You see, she's got. What happened? What happened?
Nothing.
What? Okay.
Don't clip it.
Clip on that clip. That is immediately clipped.
Too late.
Well, I was fixated on CB. I missed it.
Wait.
I need to
There we
figure
go.
out the mod. There we go. All right. I don't know what happened.
Okay, whatever.
She pulls an adventurer's pack. It's got 50 feet of rope. It's got enough rations for a week. It's got camping tools. It's got a bedroll. And she holds it in her hands. I see that look in your eye when you're around them. I just want you to be able to stay safe, even if you can't make it back here.
You see him take the pack, and he always has like this confused look on his face. And he just kind of looks at it. I'll come back.
Oh, I know.
And he will put it on. Kind of like play with it, kind of like play with the strings a little bit to make sure it's like on like a backpack.
You
Okay,
do the clip
Yes.
in the center.
Oh, absolutely. This clip. Oh God, he's such a nerd. And you go, okay, well, I should probably go because I think they're going to go kill the
Yes.
cat. And
Okay. Well, euphemisms these days. No, that's perfectly fine. There's also
cat.
there's just in case you need it. There, I did I did make a small food package for you downstairs in the kitchen, just in case you need something while you're out and about as well.
Thank you. That was very
Of course.
kind. Hopefully I get to eat it and not, like regurgitate if we go deal with undead stuff.
Yes. Don't do that.
Okay. Well,
Go,
thank you.
Go.
Oh, okay. And then he goes to the door, and then quickly runs back and hugs again, and then runs out.
Aw.
And as he runs out, he runs passes Miska, peck on the cheek, then runs over to Kellen, peck on the cheek, and he has like now powdered sugar on his lips. Clean up. And then he will
It's been
grab the
5
pack.
minutes. Well, it's been like 20 minutes. Whatever.
And he will grab the food and run out. And try
All
to-
right. You all make your way through the streets. Is there anything you guys wish to do on your way there?
Mage armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna start prepping runes in case this gets hinky dinky. I think I'm gonna prep the rune of Futagen so I can have some resistance, and maybe that other one that gives me clairvoyance and gives advantage less disadvantage on everything.
Jesus
for like a
Christ.
minute. It's so busted. I'm trying to figure out which
Oh
arch
my
level I'm gonna
God.
It's so good. I see
I'm
the
like-
two of them prepping armor and runes and all sorts of stuff. And there's a moment where she's about to grab the bow as Leopold comes trotting on up with his stuff. And Udazash is going to look antsy for a second and go, are we just going to kill him, or do we want to try to talk to him?
Oh, I'm going to try and talk to him, but
Okay.
it's not going to be terribly polite.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, sure. Absolutely. I'm just making sure that I am not reading things wrong again, because I figured we wanted to get information and then kill him.
At the very least, I intend to send him packing with his goddamn tail between his legs.
Do we want to get him outside of Bard to do the talking?
I don't know if he'll come willingly. But at the very least, we might be able to get him somewhere a little less crowded.
Well, we can either get him out of the bar or back up onto the roof. And if he had something to do with Shael's disappearance and is not telling us anything, I will enjoy making sure that he comes with us anyway.
Honestly, I think Winnie has also hopped on the broom and is kind of she's not super far ahead of the others, but she's not going slow. This isn't a casual glide. This is we got shit to do and somebody's ass to kick.
Resource management. I'm going to expend 2 second level spells to get 4 sorcery points back,
Nice.
and then immediately use 5 of them. And kind of does this within 6-12 seconds. As he gets closer to the folks, you kind of see that warble again, that kind of miasmic, almost like heat wave vibe come off of him. And as it kind of echoes out, everybody hears a knock on their brain doors. As they start Rary's telepathic bond.
Nice.
Bless.
We love it.
It's going to take a while for me to get used to that, but it is very cool every time you do that.
I'm learning. I just need to do it correctly.
Okay. So it's the Golden Rock Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
How busy is it in there, DM?
I'm gonna say
How
I'll
extensive
say you
is
can
their
kind of-
breakfast menu?
it is. We're approaching brunch territory, so busier than breakfast, honestly.
Gross.
Excuse. I'm just kidding.
I love that this tavern for backstabbers and alcoholics has a lovely brunch. I
Oh,
enjoy
100%.
that. That's so good.
100%. You can hear the sounds of lively conversation come from within. It is pretty busy.
Is that smarmy ginger elf in here?
Make me a perception check.
May I help with this as we both enter and just
Yeah.
scan the crowd?
I'm also looking for said smarmy ginger elf. Ooh, okay. Let me know what y'all's is because I got a pretty good one.
I'm just helping Winifred.
That's a 19.
19. With a 19. Sorry, I'm getting audio. Shite. Figured out. There,
Shite.
There.
Audio
I can't help it. I'm around Laura doing Winnie voice. All right, there we go. You don't. But what you do spot is a gray furred tabaxi sitting in one of the corner booths. He's
Beeline.
sitting alone. Okay, perfect.
Beeline.
Yep, I am definitely behind Winnie, trying to make myself look big and intimidating. Not that she needs it; she is already terrifying. but I'm giving her advantage on intimidation when the time comes.
Like, see, here's the thing. I feel like Marcus's scary is very much the, like, he is, what, 5'11", 6 something, and built like a shit brick house.
Remember, after I got the Rune of the Pit Fiend enhanced, my height is now 6'9".
Jesus. Okay, so he's almost 7 foot tall and built like a fridge box. So that's very much like, I will in fact throw you into the next county. I feel like Winnie's level of intimidation is more, also I can kill you with my brain.
I think as we get close to, first of all, are there any guards in front of the tavern?
You don't see. Well, make me a perception check.
Okay. And if not, totally fine. 5.
You see people with a sword at their side near the door.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be a guard. It's totally fine. I think more importantly, is there any once we get close, can I see any like worker inside of the tavern who looks like they have a little more status in this establishment? Not like a server. No shade to the servers. We love the serving community out there. But like, does it look like any like the head server or like a manager or anything like that? That's kind of in that area.
You do spot a dwarf, very built, balding, but with dark hair. His beard kind of comes down to a single braid. He carries himself with an air of confidence as he moves through the establishment. There are some inside who both work for the tavern and otherwise that interact with him. And we'll say he's got a scar across one eye that kind of gives his eye a little bit of a cloudy look.
Nice. That's cool. That is totally fine. As I begin to beeline, I'm going to try to get to a spot or get into an area like even like an alley or something as we're getting close, or just something where I can't be immediately seen. And I'm going to disguise self into a guard.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the intent is, as I see this manager or whoever, as they get close, I'm going to say, really quickly, can you come over here, please?
Sure.
Great.
Table 3, make sure that that bill is paid for. I got it.
Oh.
And I'll follow.
Great. No, it's just totally fine. It's just really quickly. No need to get anything riled up, anything like that. But you see that cat in back?
Yeah.
He owes a lot of money to those who are going to him right now. Should be handled, but on the off chance that things get physical, he's the one in the row. We don't tolerate that in El Terrell.
Make me a deception check.
I don't need to get the manager when the manager's on my side.
And the Karen hair manifests on his
Just that absolute fuck ass Bob.
He's at 23.
23.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you. And I will toss him. Oh, God. Cullen's just going to get so much. I'm going to toss him like 2 gold. Just for yourself. Thank you. Not to bribe you, just understand. Thank you.
Grab a drink at the bar. It's on me.
I wish I could. I have to go do mess blood. Yeah. But thank you. And he's just going to walk away and then turn immediately back to Leo. Walk inside.
I have a new goal. We do stars and wishes after every game. I think I need the wish to be there needs to be a heist in a guard tower, and Leo has to be the point man.
if he doesn't like shoot him with like some sort of blasting ray and go, there's a bad conversation anyway, or whatever, you know, pull a Han Solo. Oh man.
But so you turn back into Leo
Yeah,
and rejoin.
and I'll
Okay.
and I'll rejoin after that. So they've probably already gone to him first, or like in the area. But I'm just, if things go wrong, then we have the people in the tavern on our side.
That works. Winnie, and I assume
right back.
everybody else. Go ahead. You beeline up to Gable, who's enjoying a glass of wine. Oh, welcome. Please sit. The brunch is fantastic here.
Winnie just leans her hands on the table. And she tilts her head. It is a strange, disjointed movement. Her eyes are unblinking. And there's a moment where everyone realizes, right, this bitch is Faye. Gable, darling. I'm going to give you one chance to tell me what happened to Shael. This doesn't have to get ugly. In fact, I'd rather prefer to keep our relationship professional, if possible. You're a very handy little sneak thief to have in your back pocket. But a sneak thief, none the less.
He sets his wine down. And he leans forward and gently clasps his fingers. I like you. So charming. I mean, seriously, when was the last time we had a Fae enter Elturel? It's quite impressive.
I wish the feeling was mutual.
There's one thing you should know about me, though, darling.
And at this
Oh, go
at
ahead.
this moment, I cast Hunter's Mark on Gable.
Okay.
Just because
Yep.
I'm getting the sense shit might be about to pop off. And just in case what's about to pop off is he's about to GTFO, I want to be able to track him.
Sure.
So yeah. She's not going to interrupt. She's not going to like jump on in, but just very slyly behind Marcus and Winifred. Udazash is very quietly under her breath is going to go, in case you go outside.
Why would I need to go outside? We are being professionals, aren't we?
So far.
I mean no ill will. I am here to help, but I have a reputation to protect, so we can make business arrangements, and I'd be more than willing to have a conversation. But if you mean to intimidate me with your Feywild nature... And as he speaks these next words, Winnie, your patron, is in your ear going, something's not right. And Gable leans forward. Then you should know who it is that you're talking to. And his smile extends just a little too far for a tabaxi's. Now, let's discuss business. Also, do you really think that I would be so brazen as to sit here in this form without security? My price is simple. Information. So, what do you have to offer?
So you betrayed us?
Oh, no. No. Betrayed? No. No, it was Shael who betrayed me.
She's the one that is missing. So prove that you are not the one that betrayed us.
Oh, well, that's quite easy. I'll tell you a tale.
A young, bright shield recruit who fell in love with a captain. Their love was so great and so deep that they convinced the captain to abandon their post, leave El Terrell and explore Faerun, make their way up to Waterdeep, visit Neverwinter, make a life for themselves. But with you having been so acquainted with the Bright Shield Order, you tell me, do you think that they let that happen? No. The captain was killed, and she needed to escape, else she follow in his footsteps. And who did she turn to? Me. I helped her leave, at great cost. I merely saw an opportunity to balance the scales. So, I didn't betray anyone. I merely satisfied a debt. Now, I can tell you where they went. I can give you information on her captors, but again, I am a businessman. You can hate me all you like, but money is what makes the world go round, darling.
So then let's get down to business. Oh, I'm sorry, Winnie. Please, you are taking control of this. I want to hear what terrible things you want to tell this man.
First of all, DM,
Yes.
that smile, that not smile, that unnatural Cheshire cat smile, if you will, is that something that Winnie would be familiar with?
Yes, but not from Faye. So go ahead and make me a religion check.
Dirty 20.
The pieces fit, and you're surprised it took this long. He went to climb a wall, but couldn't. He sticks to the shadows. He was a little unnerved by sunlight. And that smile wasn't natural. His muscles wouldn't have let him smile that far. But you catch this scent. Gable is undead.
Immediately just tightens the ring on. Well, to be fair, I don't think we clocked that, but still.
Yeah.
Winnie bares her teeth a little. Like when a cat goes to hiss, but there's no sound. Fine. Gold, then? Or would you prefer platinum, darling?
Well, the exchange rate is great for platinum. I will accept the platinum. Love.
Or is there one of us that you're harboring something that you want to sell out and you're just holding on to that too?
Oh, no, darlings. No, no, no. No, truth be told, I am quite proud of you and the work that you did in the Bright Shield Conclave. Honestly, it was a high time they be knocked down several pegs. I mean, look at them in the city. Now they're laughed at. Openly. That didn't happen before. You heroic types made sure that that dynamic changed. No simple money will do.
Fine. And Winnie will dig into the bag of holding.
Before,
Ooh.
as he says money, in everyone's mind, ask him about the location again. And as I say that internally, because my psionic stuff is subtle, I will cast with 2 sorcery points to detect thoughts on Gable.
Okay.
With the
Boom.
intent of trying to hear what he thinks before he can lie about it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Listen, your first thought is always something. Hey, guy, where's that? And so just see if she asks a question. What does he think of?
Okay.
Even exchange then. Payment upon information. Where did they take Shael?
Leo, I would like you to make an insight check with advantage, please.
Okay. Not the 2. How is a 25?
We love it.
Leo, you see the symbol of the Black Hand in his mind. And a name pops up. The name of a set of ruins that exist within that forest. Hold, please. Valar. If you want to push, you can do so. Okay.
Because he'll know. Let me not do that.
That's fair. Okay. Fine. I would say 3 platinum.
3 platinum. That's a lot of platinum.
5, and you tell me what you know about the hand.
Oh. Deal.
Winnie makes a gesture. After you.
I'm not a fool, darling. And he holds out his hand.
Go into the bag of holding. Plink, 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 plink.
Thank you. And he, like with a far too practiced motion, the platinum disappears somewhere in his person. Well, the location you're looking for is in the Wood of Sharp Teeth, old, haunted jungle. Not jungle, woods, forest, that's right. This wine is getting to me. You're looking for a set of ruins, an old city named Valar. You should be aware that the creatures that linger within are not just intelligent like you or I. The forest itself has some sort of ill will towards those not welcome.
What creatures is he thinking of when he says that? Just so we can get a mental image.
Werewolves.
And as I get it, I'm immediately broadcasting it to the other 3.
Do you say you're illegally broadcasting?
That's it. Yeah.
Mental pirate radio.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You're not.
Werewolves. If I had a nickel, I'd have 2 nickels at this point.
What,
Fucking...
every time? No, you. I have worked with you on so many different awesome projects. You would be drowning in nickels if you had one.
Yeah,
every
it's
time
true. I don't know why do I keep getting werewolves thrown at me? Chat, someone tell me, please.
I'm just saying.
It's fair. Okay. Ruins of Valar. There are werewolves, and they're cranky. I'm assuming.
And I'll say again,
yes.
he didn't say werewolves. You got that from Leo. So.
Yeah.
They are quite territorial, but in recent years have decided to venture out. It seems one of their number, Tremont, had a bit of a bad deal with a visitor. One from the Feywild, it seems. The deal went south quite quickly, and it seems that he has a bit of a vendetta. Thus, the Black Hand was created. A group of hunters who seek out those from the Feywild in hopes of either disposing of them the only way they know how, or bringing them back to Valar with some sort of scheme in mind. I'm sure he is dull enough to think he can undo a deal that went sour.
by thinking if he hoards enough of them, or whatever it is that they have, then perhaps he can undo the curse that he was granted. However, you all made a lot of noise. And the Emerald Blades have a working relationship.
Ember blades or emerald blades?
Shit, did I say fucking?
You said emerald, my love.
I also heard Amber. I don't know.
Just want to make
I
sure.
was talking about.
alright?
I said Ember.
Okay.
There's a lot of blades out there.
So many
Yeah.
different blades of different
There's
So-
colors.
also
all
the
the-
Berenstein blades, and no one knows how they spell their name. It's constantly
Blades
changing.
is wild. The
Ah,
Berenstein blades is wild, my guy.
Yeah.
I need that one shot. I need that one shot so bad.
Done.
They communicated an observation that they made about a certain one of your number. It seems dear Winnie is a person of interest. They seemed quite interested in our dear Winifred. So I would err on the side of caution. It may seem that Shael isn't necessarily the goal. Shael is bait.
Well, we figured that out from the fact that they left a calling card.
You never know.
Oh, I know. I've seen enough kidnappings to know how that kind of works.
Wild. Wild.
Right, just wild energy.
Just and also, like,
Gable-
she, says
Gable-
that,
I've seen kidnapping. It's cool.
she says that, and it's just like this flat statement of fact because she's
Just casual.
Yeah, she's still pissed off at this whole situation of all of these people basically betraying each other instead of like. In the back of her head, she's like, well, if they wanted to go after Feywild people, why didn't they? If they wanted to go after Winnie, why didn't they go after Winnie? And they're going after all these other people. And like, what kind of, it's you don't like Feywild people, and yet you're acting like a bunch of Feywild people doing all these trickery things, going after all these other people. I don't understand. So yeah, it's very flat. It's very like matter of fact. Like I know how this works.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Marcus is nodding his head like, no, there's tracks. I think there's an old saying. What was it? 90% of war is deception.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Okay.
you want to get your target on your terms, on your turf, baiting is 101. This makes
Fine.
total sense to him.
Tremont, what is he?
I believe he is their leader. If you were to use outdated and terrible terminology about wolves, you might refer to him as the Alpha. There are some in his number that have started to dabble in things. Darker, more obscure magics. Becoming the monster to slay the monster, if you will. So you're not dealing with just lycanthropy, you're dealing with those who are dabbling in the profane.
Laura knows what that means. Does Winnie?
Make me a history check.
12.
You've heard of some people messing with some creepy stuff, but you don't really know the extent or maybe the specifics.
This will make Udazash though speak up and say, so wait, are they trying to cure themselves of being werewolves, or is there something else that they were cursed with the Fae? What's I don't understand what they are trying to do with Feywild people.
Tremont has some sort of personal vendetta from a deal that is outside of his lycanthropy. If you'd see his face, you would know that it runs quite deep. Something went wrong. I don't know the specifics. Nobody has been able to get close enough to get that detail. No, you'll probably have to get that from the man himself. But yes, they mean to undo whatever Feywild curse that lies upon their leader.
Well, they need to talk to the person that he made the deal with. They're not going to be able to do that with just any Fey.
I believe they did. And I believe that conversation ended with that Fey's death.
Well, then they made a very large mistake, and there is nothing that we can do.
Well, I know this. You know this. It appears our dear Tremont doesn't.
Then he's a fucking idiot.
We have met them.
And so you had no problem selling out Shael because of past history with her to a bunch of assholes who don't know exactly what they're doing except playing around in woods being werewolves.
And we've come back to this point. I satisfied my debt. That's all. I've no ill will towards Shael. In fact, I quite like her, but at the end of the day, I am a businessman.
I'm not talking about Shael. I'm talking about what you did to us.
Oh, I've done nothing but help you.
She was the person who was keeping an eye for us outside while we were in taking care of the thing that you were so proud of us for doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had her kidnapped. And so we no longer had that person outside. And thus, we were put in danger because of what you did. I will not forget that.
Nor would I expect you to. And if it is something that you would like to discuss at any point in time,
I don't discuss, I shoot.
then aim well, dear Utazash.
I always do.
Delightful.
I think we're done here.
Were you ever nobility?
You still have detect thoughts up? You get flashes of a young tabaxi living on the streets of Baldur's Gate, scrounging a living. No, I was not. But I know my way around noble parties.
Just the way you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Legitimizing all of your shortcomings just feels like those who typically have the power and they keep it any means necessary. I've seen it a lot. Just it's kind of wild to see one who had nothing suddenly act just like those who have everything. That's all.
Well, how exactly do you mean for me to keep everything? By being a bleeding heart?
No, not necessarily. Just, some things feel unnecessary, and this felt unnecessary, but I guess if that's what helps you sleep at night, I can't judge you for that.
Well, thank you. That means
giving
so much.
That wasn't a compliment.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Leopold.
That's his fucking name.
You're correct. Just enjoying the name, that's all.
What was he thinking when he said that? I'm pushing.
So you have to make a save?
He has to make a wisdom saving throw. Did he fail?
Failure.
Okay.
That's a failure.
He is thinking about a time when he was far younger. when the breath of life still ran in his body, where he spied on a noble family in Baldur's Gate, the Guthmore family.
Did it seem like he was spying for gain, or just like you say he was on the streets? So would he just happen to find interest in this noble family, or did that seem to be something behind it?
It was just a situation where he ventured out away from his usual part of the city and decided to take in what it must look like to have everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he does know that you pried, yes?
Yeah. You automatically finds out whether he saved a success or failed.
Gable's eyes turn to slits. The bravado, the charm, the smarm all goes away, and his irises darken as he looks at Leo. Do that again, and you won't walk out of here.
But see, when you have everything, I've already ensured that I will. Fuck with my friends again, and you'll see exactly why I'm a noble.
I believe this conversation is done. You have your information. I have my payment. I have granted you clemency enough not to collect on the bounty that the Bright Shield have placed on your heads. Do yourself a favor and don't waste that clemency. And get out of this bar now.
It's so cute what happens when people think they have power.
I think we're done. Yes. And when he'll look to the others, shall we?
Yeah, I think we need to go. We gotta prepare to hunt werewolves. Thank you for your time, Gable.
And Winnie will lean in. I hope this is the last that we see of each other. Am I understood?
The feeling's mutual, darling. Ta-ta.
She gets up and, like, cracks her neck, walks out.
As the three of them walk out, Udasash is still just standing there staring at him. And finally she'll say, I don't know why everybody is just, like, not saying it. We walked into the Bright Shield place where everybody was, where there was like a dozen cultists and the person who was like the champion of Tiamat and a whole bunch of devils, and we killed them all and rescued everybody. So don't fuck with us. And she'll just turn and walk away.
Love that.
Did kill the champion of Tiamat.
Like, she, in her mind, she's like, why is he even trying to play with us? Like, does he not know what 4 of us just did?
I think I'm not sure if I've had a chance to don the armor. I'm definitely going to now if we're going into the werewolf part of the city. But like, I have the armor of the guy. Like, we're not to be fucked with. Yeah, at least not gently anyway.
We're not invincible, but we have some feats, that's for sure.
I also will continue to concentrate on Hunter's Mark for the full hour, so that if and when he leaves the bar, especially if he decides to track us, I will know. And if at any point I feel like he is following us, I will turn around and kill him.
Yeah.
I think this is like
And Hunter's Mark, there is no range. I believe as long as he is on this plane of existence for the next hour, I know where he is. So
Yeah, you get like major advantage on like checks to track this guy down, and he can only
Yeah.
run so far before he gets so tired, undead
Yeah.
or not. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like we don't know what Gable can do, but he at least knows what we can do.
that's true.
At the very least, as we begin to walk out, he gives him a little nod. Still focused on the detect slots. Just to he's like not getting like puffed up, but just kind of prove a point that you can be sour, but so can we. But as
You can
we
play
begin,
this game, bitch.
that part. But as we begin to leave, and I pass the manager, a plate on that table suddenly shatters. Just to make sure the manager turns around.
The plate shatters and the conversation dims as people look at the source. Just clarifying, the plate was on which table? Was on Gable's table?
I assume there's some things on the table. Maybe not a plate, but like something that's breakable. Maybe a glass or something. Just like flung.
Okay.
Just so that manager can turn and look in that direction.
Sure. Done. You know what? We'll have his glass of wine.
We love a petty Leopold. Petty Leopold is great.
Petty is my favorite color.
Yes.
I like the idea that he gets to like hear before it shatters.
Ooh.
And everybody turns and there's glass all over him. There's one piece that's lodged. Annoying. And he just tosses the piece of glass, and the manager's like, "What the hell? That's an expensive crystal." As you all leave. So, I will say at this point, we're going to go ahead and take our 10-minute break. So,
Yeah.
to everybody watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Get a stretch, get a snack, drink some water, take your medicine if you haven't. We will see you guys in about 10 minutes. Be right back, everybody. Hello, Internet. And we return to Elturel. Now, you all are armed with this information. Tell me, what happens next?
We need silver.
Yeah, lots of it.
Why do we need
Granny!
Hey there, Granny, you got any silver dust you can part with temporarily? Because
Oh, I'm sorry. You think a bakery has a thing of silver?
no, I think Granny does though. I know she got a lot of tricks up her sleeve. I think she got this one though.
To be fair, I think she would help. However, I don't want us to get comfortable. She's still a businesswoman herself.
Of course.
Why
I
do we
don't
need
mean to say
silver?
that and just be, but yeah. Oh, I read, right? They aren't wolves. They don't like silver or something.
No. Granny. I think I know why they call that wood the wood of sharp teeth.
Oh,
yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you
no,
been?
it's werewolves. It's werewolves.
Oh.
It's wolves. It's werewolves.
Silver.
Yeah.
Silver.
I think we just, you know what? If we die, you can always go collect it. But I intend to bring it back.
Well, first off, if we need silver, we can pay for it. And second off, is it only silver, or I mean, and she'll pull out her bow and go, I mean, magic arrows I don't know how to cover magic arrows in silver.
I know the general lore when it comes to werewolves is they are intolerant to silver, but I don't know any more specifics than that. Actually, wait, do I know any more specifics than that?
Make me a nature check.
Can I help with that? Being a nature person, like
I am nature person.
I am nature person.
I'll
Like,
say go
She's
ahead and
all
roll
of
advantage.
nature.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Lauren, you can help. You can either give Winnie advantage or you can roll yourself.
I'll give Winnie advantage. Yeah,
Oh,
I've been helping Winnie this whole time. So, yeah, so like, I mean, I've heard stuff, so magic should work, right?
Ooh, 21.
21. I'm not looking at notes. That would be weird.
Yep. Why would a DM do that?
Judge me.
Man.
No, it's totally normal for a DM to do. Absolutely.
Let them see. It'd be really great if it would load. I'm going to say load. I'm going to make a call then. I'm going to say that magic arrows will be fine. Those will damage just as much as silvered weapons. I think it's more the distinction between non-silvered standard equipment and, you know, the equipment that is silvered. Wait, it loaded. Really? Yeah, I'm gonna make the call that silver is needed. And I'm gonna ignore what 2024 has, which is nothing.
Boo. Lame.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Boo.
that.
yeah. So we will say that yes, they are very allergic to silver. Normal weapons and whatnot will deal damage, but they are going to be considered resistant.
But magic
Heard.
still works. Magic
Magic
in
will still
general. Okay.
That's so wild. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just
I know.
giggling.
I
'Cause
just
Right?
saw
Yeah.
that.
2014 has it. They took it
Yeah.
off of 2024.
Why would you do no? Werewolves and silver is that's how that works.
It's the same
That
thing
is
I
just
feel about apparently lizard folk apparently now being elemental, which is whatever. Continue.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll rant later.
Yeah, no, we'll
Yeah.
bitch about that later. Trust and believe.
Join us for Crit Hit Chronicles rant session. Where you
Yes.
pick a thing to rant
Actually,
about.
wait,
and
that'd be a lot of fun.
Listen,
Yep.
only if you want me to start going off about spiritual weapon are we going to do this, okay?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Listen.
Look,
Okay.
You plan the date. I will show up with my stacks of complaints. Let's go.
We're airing the grievances, y'all.
Yep.
And it's not even Festivus. Okay. Granny, I am more than willing to pay for your continued assistance on this caper of ours.
Well, that is very sweet of you. I wish I had something for you, but I don't keep pouches of silver sort of laying around. But I do know somebody who would. There is he's one of the pact members. He's a little. He's very excitable. His name is Toby, and he sells some magical items in the city, and he might have something available.
Oh, we've met Toby.
Oh, have you?
Wasn't that
Have-
Yeah, no, it was the cranky bastard at the Grove, babe.
That's right. Old man Toby over at the Grove. Yeah.
Oh, Toby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Character.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
there
old
can
man
be
Toby
multiple
over by the
people
Grove.
in this world named Toby.
There absolutely can.
Of course.
It's
Now
not a generic name.
Clearly, I need to start the bingo card for this game, and one of them will be NPC named Toby.
Yep. There are elements in every game that I have run that are consistent across all settings. One of which is the existence of old Toby.
Oh my god!
Sometimes in multiple hats.
Fair.
Just literally like he's like, take this one off, put this one on. Now I'm the custodian. I'm a wizard.
I have encountered that NPC. I've run that NPC. So, you know, I'm not throwing stones in my little glass house. So,
When in doubt, old Toby.
when in doubt, Toby. Oh, Toby. All right. Well, if he has what we need, then he has what we need. Thank you, Granny.
Of course. I wish you well, and I hope that you all come back safely.
oh, we will. It'll be great.
Mhm.
Good. just for the sake of time, is there anything you guys wish to do before finding Toby's shop?
I am going to take this time to don the armor that we have removed from Archon. I'm going to be putting on the Obsidian Flint Dragon Plate.
Sweet.
Which is nice. Gives me 2 bonus to AC, resistance to poison damage while wearing it. In addition, I get advantage on ability checks and saving throws made to avoid or end the grappled condition on myself.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, you look awesome.
Bam. Yeah. I don't know
Dope.
if my battle vest can actually fit over this thing.
Oh, we'll make sure it does.
So if okay, because I was gonna say like I was like the whole aesthetic, like Sailor Moon aesthetic change in my head is like when/if I join like Asmodeus, I'm gonna be like Moon Silver Power Share, and then and I'm gonna look so friggin'
PJ,
dark country.
my
It's
God.
gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be amazing.
Swear to
Chat.
God.
Chat, you have a duty to clip that teeny little moment for me, please.
Just, I would like it
Please.
immortalized forever. Please and thank you, chat.
Fighting evil by moonlight,
No.
burning the foe by
Get
night.
out.
Get.
All right, Asmodeus, I'm
Sorry.
going to sign this contract, but I need an addendum that I have my own theme song right
Yeah.
here.
And I request a familiar. Their name gonna be Artemis Share. They gonna tell me how to do my job.
You get to Toby's shop.
I would also like
Yes,
to,
please.
on the way, grab our horses, Benjamin and Clarence.
Sounds good.
I
The horses.
forgot we named
excited.
them.
Yeah. You make your way back up towards the district that had the strange mage's tower that you had all ventured in just a few days prior. And following the directions that Granny totally gave you, you find a shop. It doesn't have a name, but you can tell that it's got some sort of magical quality to it because it looks like 2 different buildings were like smushed together, and there is a storefront where you can see that there are some rings, some blades, and whatnot that are on display. And inside, you can hear what sounds like an old man yelling a lot.
What's he yelling about in general?
You expect me to pay this much for a teeny piece of tin like that? I'm not paying anything you get out of my shop. Just
Oh. I think as we walk up, Winnie hears that and just kind of stops. And looks at the others.
So how much silver are we looking to get before we go on in, just so that I know, like, what's our benchmark?
I imagine arrows for you.
Oh, I got magic arrows, so I should
okay.
be good.
Maybe some what do you call them? The thing you put them on your knuckles.
Mittens. Oh.
Oh, first of all, Leo, I love your head at you. That we need to protect you at all costs. I like that about you.
Can you make spiky mittens? Is that a thing?
Gauntlets? Maybe?
Shit. Ooh, we have to have a long talk about some different ways of doing things. Spiky Mittens got a name. Shit, we're gonna talk about that later. Winnie, are you talking about knuckle dusters? You talking about brass knuckles?
I think so. I don't Marcus, I don't fight, you know that.
You do more than most, more than you need to. But I think what you're looking for is one of those things. We got those. Put some silver on there. At least I'm good to go. I don't know about y'all.
At the very least, I think everybody should get a silver dagger. Just to have something.
I just gave a dagger back to Granny. I don't know if it was silver, though. I'm also not good with daggers, so. But I guess I'll carry one?
Better safe than sorry.
Okay.
Or bitten. Yeah.
They do that. They do that.
Like, I don't want to get bitten because they have all those, like, the saliva stuff, and it's all gross. Ugh.
This is the face that Winnie makes as she's walking into the shop.
Yeah.
As you are walking in, you can see several shelves that, like, there is a method to the madness somewhere, but it's not immediately seen. But you can see a high elf gentleman power walking like back towards the door, just like I never, just stomps out back onto the street, and you hear, "Yeah, that's right. Take that swell and put it some. Hello, welcome to my wonderful shop." You see a gnome who's a little wiry, some patches of hair, but this one has a mustache.
God damn it.
It's giving BG3 character creator all over again.
Yep.
It's just your dream
How
guardian.
see?
You and a mustache.
How handlebar is this mustache?
Not quite horrible Hulk Hogan,
Okay.
but close.
Okay.
May I be of assistance? I do have some new wares in my stock, should you need.
He's like leaning on the counter a little.
Oh dear. My Master Toby,
Yeah.
I believe.
Dexter. Ooh.
Jesus, Christ on a fucking pogo stick. I swear to God.
Lecherous old man.
We're in need of silvered weapons. If you have any.
Oh, I got many silvered weapons. We've got broadswords, we've got halberds, we've got spears, we've got arrows, we've got knives, we've got smaller knives, we've got bigger knives, we've got short swords, we've got tridents, we got. Angel just keeps going.
Three daggers and perhaps a set of knuckle dusters.
Oh, ooh, fisticuffs. I like that.
Points to Marcus.
Oh, tall one. And he goes and collects the items and places them on the table. 10 gold each.
Okay.
I'm looking.
Can,
Yeah, no, we have that.
yeah.
I was about to say, you see Leo about to start reaching to his pocket, but then remembers that Winnie has a thing. Oh, okay.
If you
I will.
would.
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we do have many other items, and I might knock a few gold off if you wanted to buy maybe an extra item here or there.
What
do you
sort
have?
of?
I'm going to, just for the sake of my players, just copy and paste this list because I'm not about to list off all of the things.
Hey,
Wait, where
Hey,
should I look?
This is going to go in Discord.
This is I think it's our first like legit like magic item buying moment. Ooh,
Dope.
Oh, geez, I gotta go to the Discord.
For chat, just so you guys aren't left in the dark. Potion of Healing, Scroll of Detect Evil and Good, Scroll of Fairy Fire, Scroll of Message, Scroll of Mold Earth, Scroll of Primal Savagery, Scroll of Thunderclap, +1 Shield, Lantern of Revealing, Potion of Greater Healing, Scroll of Calm Emotions, Scroll of Gentle Repose, Scroll of Lesser Restoration, Scroll of Scorching Ray, +1 Leather Armor, Giant Slayer Greatsword, Ioun Stone of Protection, Jet Ring of Resistance. Actually, take that Jet Ring of Resistance necrotic out because Leo already has that. Scroll of Gaius, Studded Leather Armor of Resistance for Poison, Vicious Sling, Amulet of the Plains, Bolt of Slaying, each potion, and 2 potions, one of Superior and one of Supreme Healing.
Hold on. What does ultimate the amulet of the plagues do? Let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm dying. Everything's falling
Oh,
apart.
sorry.
expensive.
No, it's okay. It's life.
I mean, it is expensive as all get up, but now I'm curious too.
Yeah, no,
Let's
we don't.
see.
We don't have that kind of money, kids.
Oh no, we
Pretty
don't. But
much,
I gotta
yeah.
know.
It's a
I
plain
mean,
shift, but if you fail horribly.
Oh, it's the one where it
It's
like
real
shunts
bad.
you into.
It's real bad.
places.
I guess real bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a free plane shift at least minimum once a day with a DC 15 intelligence check. On the failure, each creature, an object within an object. Wow, so it's like a whole room within 15 feet of you. Travel to a random destination. Roll a d100. On a 1 to 60, you travel to a random location, the plane you named. On a 61 to 100, you travel randomly to the determined plane of existence. So we can just do a ritual to go someplace we want to go, as opposed to this bad boy that might give us some issues.
I can just wait, and one of the Fae will transport me over to the Feywild, and I might forget why I went, but then I will go where I need to go, and that's way better than like ending up in some random plane.
Listen.
Because there's a lot of really bad planes.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the Iron Stone of Protection right now. Named after Ioun, a god of knowledge. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff, good
It's
stuff.
at +1 to AC.
+1 to AC? Okay, I'm guessing that stacks or it's cumulative.
Yeah, it stacks.
Yeah, and the stone itself has an AC of 24, so I'm guessing like if someone tries to break the stone, it has a thing. Stop that. So yeah, I mean the Ioun Stone of Protection, I think that's affordable for 1,300 gold roughly, and that could either be used to help the squishy people be less squishy, or the more durable people be more durable. So I leave that up to y'all. What do you want to do with that?
What do you think, CB?
Yeah, out of everything, I feel like the scrolls are fine. The scrolls could be good for Winnie, just to have extra spells to do.
Yeah.
I think of all the items, the Ioun Stone would be good for anybody to have. And I think if Winnie with the bag and Leo with his nobility, with his obsidian card,
I will start writing it in the Chronicle. CB.
Okay.
I have this headcanon that like I put in sometimes in my games where like if they have enough money and they can do it, people can get like an obsidian card and it just automatically links to their bank.
Obsidian
Dope.
It's like it's just fine.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, CB. How about this then? Winnie has the bag. Leo has the nobility.
He left with a lot of money. That is true. We haven't talked about how much, but we said it was just. He put it like this: his mother is on the Parliament of Peers in Baldur's Gate.
Christ on sale. Okay.
She literally was one of the people who put Gortash into office.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
no!
Sure.
Oh no!
Not something
Oh,
I brag
honey.
about, but okay.
If you look up, you're right. I wouldn't brag either. But just saying, she is on the. I picked Guthmore for a reason. If you look up, Guthmore,
you right. Okay.
So,
Respect, but still.
So Winnie's gonna like kind of look through things, and then she's gonna kind of look at Leo and like raise an eyebrow and shrug.
That looks nice. I will also say, GM, what do you think that we can get with what we have? That's a weird question to ask. If we get the Ioun Stone, does that zero Leo out? Totally fine if it does, because it is very expensive.
I'm also fully prepared to charm and or like
We are bad.
Listen, I'm not talking charm person. I'm talking about Bat's eyelashes, smiles a little extra, and then chit chats with Leo about like, I suppose it's fine, but there was that other shop down the way. I think it might have been a little.
You're haggling, not threatening.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
CB, here's what I will say. You have a choice. You can either have a finite amount of gold that we can determine right now that you have access to on this obsidian card. That is just your noble funds.
Yep.
Or you can not have a finite amount and have the possibility of these transactions getting back to Baldur's Gate, having come out of your family's coffers.
Oh!
Which, while you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about a finite number of gold, you would just have to make peace with knowing that your family, aka your mother, is going to find out
that someone has her son's obsidian card.
Oh no!
I mean, one of those sounds like a really fun knife. I'm just gonna say.
You want to hand that knife over, CB?
It sounds like an amazing RP knife. I'm just gonna say it.
I don't have knives. I just made this. During the break, those words
Here.
literally came out of Omega's.
Here is your knife. Would you like it now or later? I can put a bow on it.
Uh-huh. Would you like a
I
obsidian
think-
card-shaped knife?
I think it
Mhm.
would be silly to have a game that gives you the biggest bank you have ever seen in D&D and not go along with that. So sure, there is no limit to this credit card.
Cool.
That's the fucking Amex.
Yup. We need to have like a spokesman for like the Onyx card. Just be
I'm just
like,
gonna make
hi, I'm Jerry Seinfeld here with the Onyx card. What's the deal with the gold standard?
Oh,
Why is
man.
Electrum a thing? Onyx card.
Why
Like my
is
mic,
Electrum a
Christ.
thing? No, but seriously, why is Electrum a thing? I hate that
It's
shit.
true.
Because
Right.
Gygax is an idiot.
What?
Somewhere, if this were a video game in the corner, it'll just say a decision has been made.
Yeah, I'm putting the Obsidian card of commerce in my titles right
God.
now.
Sorry.
So what
I-
kind
I-
of roll is CB gonna have to make every single time we roll out this card? What?
I will make the roll.
Just
Oh,
just
no.
a nice little percentage roll.
Right.
Oh,
Nice little-
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
my.
I'm gonna come up with a rule for myself with this roll.
I like
So
this.
I'm gonna
The
mark this
counting
down.
house. I'm like, what is it called? All right, great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making stuff on next.
Um,
the counting house.
DM, I would still like to potentially eyelash bat the price down a little bit if possible.
Sure. Okay. Okay. I just needed to write down a note for myself.
Gusmore
make
family
me-
funds.
Jesus.
Add
Ma-
item. Sorry.
Oh
Make
no.
Make me a persuasion check, Winnie.
Ooh. Okay, that's good. That's good. She's very charming. How's a 23?
23 will do it. What items are you guys looking at to pick up?
Definitely the Ion
Um,
Stone. I think at the very
yeah.
least the Ion Stone.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I don't think any of the other items. Maybe
Mhm.
again any scrolls that Winnie might be able to use.
Yeah, I could definitely go with the fairy fire.
Okay.
I was eyeing a couple potions of healing, and
Yeah.
I mean, the only other thing that I could use that I think is potentially worth it is I'm not looking to spend the money on would be the +1 leather armor. But I don't think it's worth it for the amount of money for
Mhm.
+1 at this point.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Uzash is ready to plunk down 100 gold on 2 potions of healing.
Okay.
And be like, hey, look what we bought. Can I get 10 gold off of these 2 potions of healing?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, out of teamwork, if you need new armor, Udi, you can take my old adamantine half plate.
Isn't that heavy?
I think it's either high end, medium, or light end heavy. It's not going to affect your. Shouldn't affect. Yeah, because like they have a scale. Everything's a scale with armor.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, because heavy armor ends with plate mail, but it starts with like I don't know.
I
like,
once
jingle?
was the coach of a gymnastics team, and someone was asked, "How well do they do?" And they said, I think I was like a high white, but I'm probably a low blue." Talking about ribbons, someone said this to me. There is no. It is red, blue, and white, my guy.
Oh my
It is
God.
first,
Half-
second, and third.
Okay.
Half plate is medium armor.
It's medium armor, and I don't believe there's any strength needs for it. However, it would give you disadvantage on stealth checks.
Then no.
Yeah.
This is one of my few things I get to do. So
So
Okay,
it
so-
sounds like I'm just typing out. It sounds like 2 potions of healing.
yep, I just grabbed those and I just paid for them out of my on,
No, you're
Mark.
not.
Okay.
No, you're not.
I mean, I just did, so
no,
it's too
you're
late.
not.
Goodbye.
No, put it back.
Put it back. Put it back.
Scroll of Fairy Fire, correct?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the scroll of scorching ray as well.
Okay. And I'll tally up monies and stuff too. Scorching Ray. We're gonna get the Iron Stone of Protection. I think that's pretty much what we're going to get. I think that feels right for this group. Yeah, great. And then as we are like pointing things out and everything, you'll see Leo just kind of like step forward, and like it is. Oh God. He just like wordlessly just kind of like steps forward and just like reaches into his pouch and just like slides the card forward, and he just says, "If you, I don't really completely understand, but it is magic. So, do you have a bank?
Yes.
Great. This will connect the funds directly to your bank."
Takes the card, and there's this like flicker of understanding the moment he sees it.
Of course, right away. Anything else that you want to pick up?
No, that's it.
All right. I'm going to make a note.
I guess putting that here, and then I don't know if you mentioned. I shouldn't be doing math stuff right now, but did Winnie's
That's right,
persuasion
that's right,
lower
that's right.
anything?
I'm going to say it was a 23.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to shave some of the cost off of that, just over 400 gold. So you are only spending 1,398.
1,398.
That is a nice discount.
Yes.
Who did we want to give the Iron Stone of Protection to? Tanky or Squishy?
I think Squishy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense to me.
CB, do you want it or you want me to take it?
What's your AC at?
16.
You take it. I'm at 17 with Mage Armor. With my Mage Armor.
Yeah, and that's with Mage Armor for me.
Yeah, okay. I have a +3 to protect.
Ironically enough, that means I have the lowest AC of the group.
What?
My AC is 16.
Oh man, that was actually my AC before I got the thick armor on.
This ridiculous armor.
Yes, but if I have to give up my stealth in order to do it, then no.
No,
I have a
absolutely
cloak
fair.
of protection on. This is why. Yeah, so. Yeah. But anyway.
I have Dex is what I have. I have
Exactly.
I am
Very that.
Dexy.
Very that.
I'm very Dexy. That's all I got.
Dexy.
He will get the card back, but he'll also say, all this is gonna sound so weird. I don't mean it this way, but thank you for your service, and you should not have to worry about anyone confirming any purchases. Please,
Oh, no, it went through without a problem. You are
Okay.
all set.
Thank you. I haven't really used it in a while. He like puts it away. He stares at it for a while, and you all could probably see a look of, but he'll just put it back.
All right.
He likes these friends, and he wants to keep them,
I
and he
know.
thinks spending money is the way to do it.
No, don't buy friends.
Baby.
Too late. Too late.
Love yourself
No.
more. You're worth it.
He does, but he's also a squid.
But he's also a squid.
Yeah, except I have the feeling that he learned this behavior before he became a squid.
Would you
Absolutely.
like to know the mechanic that I have in place for this item?
We can talk after.
We talk after? Okay,
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
just to keep things going.
Sure, absolutely.
Um,
All right. Well, you have your silvered weapons. You have a couple more items to make use of. Is there anything else that you guys wish to do while in the city?
One quick
Oh.
confirmation, and then I'll slip it off to anyone else. The silver knuckle dusters I have. Can I wrap the basically my magical weapon already? So basically, it's like it just makes whatever I'm doing already silvered themed. I don't have to pick and choose.
that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, your strikes are considered magical at this point?
Because of the +2 weapon around them, yeah. I'm not a monk, so that's not natural for me.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, but your wraps make your unarmed strikes
Magical by
yeah.
proxy of the wraps. Yeah.
If that is the case, if the wraps are considered magical, quote unquote, if they make your strikes magical, we are going to treat that as it's going to break through that resistance. So if you don't want to pick up the silver knuckle dusters, you don't have to.
Okay. Then I will give that to literally anyone else who needs that extra melee option. Because I know we got a handful of silver weapons for like 60 gold.
I would like to remind you of how many of us have a strength of over 8.
I would like to
None of us,
remind you,
other
because
than
we
Marcus.
have these wonderful character cards on the overlay. I think you are the only character that has a bonus to strength.
Yes.
I'm the only
Yes,
character
yes.
who doesn't have a 20 yet.
That is true. Interesting choice.
Well, the one very inhuman also knocked that down slightly, so it probably would have
that's
shifted by now, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we are good. I have oh, Granny gave me a backpack and there's food. Well, there's probably like jerky and things, but also she made me lunch.
That was very nice of her.
That's good.
I've got Benjamin and Clarence. Marcus, you're probably going to want to ride one. Leopold, are you okay riding one of the other horses with me? Would you like to be?
Oh, I haven't done horse riding in so long. We used to like clop through the countryside of Baldur's.
Oh, I wish Kellen were here.
What?
You will enjoy. They are lovely horses. Would you like to be in the front or in the back?
Oh, I'll be in the back. Because of everything, I don't know if they're going to get a different vibe. So
Okay. You might have to sit a little bit more behind you because of my tail, but I will make it as comfortable as possible.
oh, that's okay.
Oh, I don't know why they're so interested in me, just for the record.
Beyond the fact that you are Fae, yeah, it's weird that they are interested in you and not in me, even though they're all about Fae. That means there's something
Yeah.
about you that was weird.
Shael, do you have any enemies besides the one we saw in your dreams? Because if there's someone else you got going on, it might be good to know that.
Dreams?
Or just before you arrived, before you joined us, we had a night where we all went into her dream. You know, we'll tell you about this another time, but we fought somebody in her dream.
I
Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, Leo, this is probably something that you should know.
Hey, if it like makes you things that make you anxious, you don't have to talk about.
No, but it's important for your safety. The coven that tried to when he sort of gestures at her continents. They're still looking for me.
Coven, like witches.
Hags.
Yeah.
I'm gonna history check. I don't know what he knows about.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He knows
No,
nothing
well,
about
yeah.
hags.
'Cause Winnie did tell him that she's a hex-blood.
That might not have like connected the dots.
No, I don't. To be fair, I don't think he knows what a hexblade is either.
Really fancy
that's
title.
fair.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool, great. That's a 3 on the die. Knows nothing about
Oh,
it.
buddy.
No.
That schooling did not go over the more decrepit within the Fae. Just talked about, I don't know, sprites and pixies.
The courts, probably.
Yeah, the courts, exactly. Okay. Well, the hag sounds like a name. So, if that happens, I can help, I guess. I don't really know how, but...
I've got it, and she kind of holds up the amulet of protection against detection. It's gonna make it harder for them to look for me.
Oh, good. That's great. So
But I don't know, Marcus. I don't remember.
This person, Tremont, does not sound familiar.
Does it, DM?
That depends. You can. I will present this to you as an option. You can make a wisdom saving throw. And if you succeed, you can then recall something about the name. But you're going to have to see if you can push past the blocks that your mind has put up.
Well, you know, there is now a mentalist in this party. Is there a potential? I mean, obviously not in this store, but I think
I'm assuming we're walking and talking.
Toby's like,
we're like
hey!
getting out of town right now.
Yeah, we're like
give my
walking the
card
horses out of El Terrell,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, for sure.
We're sorkening this thing.
It just, I don't know if it helps or if it's good information. It's better to do it now because it seems like we have a journey and my mind can go back to normal. I can maybe, I don't know. I feel like if I potentially look inside there and whatever, if there's anything, I heard that trauma puts up a lot of walls and all of this stuff. I could try to, I don't know, do the bunches of punches, but in your brain. Against the walls, not your brain.
Brain punches.
Brain punches.
I also don't want to give you a aneurysm, so.
No, I am. Hold on. Winnie considers, thinks about it. But she remembers the last time that we tried to go digging and how badly that went. Leo, it's very good of you to offer your assistance, and I appreciate it. I do. Last time someone went poking through my memories, I almost got trapped in there.
Oh.
It's nothing against you or your ability. I just don't.
I get that. I don't take offense. I understand that. So, okay. Well, I'm to be fair. I'm also. All of this is still technically only a year or so. So, I'm still learning. So I wouldn't want to accidentally do something wrong too. So no, that's absolutely fine. If things happen later and you want some help remembering things, I think it would be good training in a way, but also I do feel confident in that part at least. But that's 100% your wheelbarrow house, your call thing.
I don't know much about this sort of thing.
Court. Sorry, we got there.
PJ, just to catch you up, when I made a high or low roll and I rolled a 9. So
Okay.
Winnie's not gonna let Leopold go poking around because last time that happened, she got trapped in her own nightmare.
That is fair. That that's fair.
Yeah. I don't. And she'll kind of look at Marcus. If they're looking for me, would it be best if they see me? Let their guard down?
Tactically, yeah, that would be a good idea. But the question is, are you okay with that?
They took Shael because they wanted to get to me.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No. None of this is your fault, Cher. There are actions and there are reactions. That does not mean that's your fault. Whatever they got going on in their world, that's between them. And they think they can get that change by getting to you. You can't keep beating yourself up just because someone else has an opinion of you. We're going to go there. If you're comfortable, be in debate, and we'll go forward. Because if we go without you, they don't go give a shit. But if we have you, we can at least get closer to Shael. We can get closer to the inner circles, maybe even find a weakness, get Shael out of there. Without you, Shael, we got nothing.
Are you considering not having the protection that keeps you from being looked at?
Oh, I just mean basically walking straight into their campsite.
Oh, okay. Because we've got like a day and a half of a ride. So it's going to be a little bit before we get there. So we can kind of be half sneaky, not give them lots of time to prepare. Get as close as possible and then go walking on in.
I imagine if the three of you hold back and let me get a little bit ahead.
We could do that, but me personally, I think it'd be better if we go all at once. So they have to accept all of us at once. If you go up, I mean, do we have any other notes that say you need to come alone? Did they give us any parameters for this entire tete-a-tete they want us to do?
And you said members of the hand or whatever saw all of you already together, right?
Yeah.
And we got the note that they placed when they got Shael. They got to know that we all one group, us.
If anything, it might be worth me taking a quick sneaky look so that we know what we're walking into before we walk into it.
Reconnaissance is always a good thing to have in war. If you got the intel, we good to go.
Always have the 3 R's.
But just also,
That's right.
I guess I just think about back home. Those who need to see things or get information, they can do so because they own the area, if that makes sense. It's like when Mr. Gortash had those big walking creatures, the constructs. It's very hard not for people to know what's going on. So I just, sneaky or not, if that's their area, layer, whatever, they might be territory. They might be able to know if anyone's coming in, whether we are sneaky or not. Just something to think of.
True. They might have an overwatch. The more I think about it, the more I think the best strategy here for us as a group, is to just go in there as a group. We can do reconnaissance us, we can do whatever we can, we can try to split it up. If we offer you as bait share without any other backup, they could see that as an ambush and go right to the aggro. We get nothing. If we go in as a group, they take us as a group, we can control the economy of violence from within the box. If we do this divided, we stay divided, us. So we gotta take control of the situation is what we gotta do. We gotta do it together. And if they don't let us in together, well, that's when y'all's pretty lips and silver tongues do the rest and we get in.
I don't think my lips are not pretty.
Also, I was just going to start shooting at that point because we know eventually there is going to be violence. So you use an economy of violence. I kind of like that. That is a very succinct way of putting it. That I have a lot of economy of violence.
That we
Just
do, Uri, that we do.
make sure that you get Shael out, please.
Absolutely.
That is the plan.
Shael and the rest of us.
I want to check in with y'all first. Are you comfortable with this plan? Is there something else you would rather see us doing and implementing? I understand that you want to talk first, shoot later. I get that, me. I want to make sure we can implement that correctly if that is the case. We good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, then we got nothing else but a very nice, enjoyable horse ride to get there.
Would you like Benjamin or Clarence?
Ooh, I like me, Benny. Give me that sweet boy Benny with his big brown eyes and his dumb face. I love that boy, me. And I'm just giving him like a stuff to go, oh, I love you. Such a good little horse. I love you.
Like you just feel his snout like press against your face a little bit out of excitement.
I hand over an apple to Marcus.
The eyes go a
I'm
little
I've
wide.
already eaten. I'm good.
No, it's
the
for
horse.
yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
And then as we go over to Clarence, I'm gonna give Leo an apple to give to Clarence. Because you said that you hadn't been on a horse in a while. So, Clarence, this is Leopold. Leopold, this is Clarence.
Hi, hello. Is that a yes?
Oh, for apples, absolutely, always.
Clarence will, dip their head down and eagerly accept the apple. Like keep his head nearby and sort of like nuzzle into you just a little.
Well, you'll see that as he begins to get close, you notice that Leo really never lets him touch. Well, let me rephrase that. If he's touching like his nuzzling, like his chest or his stomach, or whatever, fine, because there's armor there. But like you see that he doesn't like rub his hands or anything like that. Because actually, what he does is as he begins to rub, I mean, the horse isn't looking up. He doesn't realize that it's actually a mage hand rubbing his head. It's not his actual hand. Because his hand doesn't feel like a normal human's hand. But then he will climb up behind Udi.
And as we set off, quiet enough that only Leopold can hear, but not like super secretive. Udizesh, as we start to trot off, is going to say, Leopold, if you do need any practice with the whole mind thing, like mind diving, I don't know what you called it, breaking, mind punching, whatever that was. You're welcome to practice on me. I don't really have trauma. I'm just missing lots of stuff.
Oh. Okay. I guess we'll come back to that. I'm still trying to figure out the limits of everything, I guess. It shouldn't feel this normal, which is worrying, but well, I never did this stuff before when I was learning. It was all about the equations of time and the way you can manipulate, I guess they call it the weave, to not work in your favor, but it was very practical, where this is after everything happened. It just feels like second nature, so I'm trying to understand that nature. I just don't want to accidentally push too far. I've seen, or I remember what some of the other things that looked like me did, and it looked bad. So I don't want that to accidentally happen, or if I learn to do that, I don't want to do it in a way that harms anyone around. That's all.
Well, I get the sense the other mind flayers, they didn't care. And you do. So I don't think you have to worry as much as you do. But because you worry, it won't happen. Which is why I trust you.
I don't know if they didn't care or they didn't have the ability to care.
Does it make a difference?
Probably. However it timed out, I didn't fully transform like everyone else did. Not completely, at least. Not everything getting erased. By the time it all happened, I looked up and that big brain was falling. So I guess what would have happened if 5 more seconds had passed before that, right? I guess I'm grateful, but also I don't want to say that just because I have my faculties that I can't do that. So I'm just being cautious, I guess.
And because you're being cautious, that is why I trust you.
Okay. Well, then maybe once we don't die and also don't get bit and get Shael back, maybe we can try or something.
Absolutely. I just figured, like I said, I don't think I have any trauma. I'm just missing stuff. So that way, if you want to practice, so that way when you do help Witty, you feel a little more confident about it. Just let me know. But probably not right now while we're on the horse.
No,
I might
not
get
right
a
now.
little distracted.
No, I wouldn't want to do that anyway.
All right. Is there anything else that anybody would like to do before you begin your journey towards the forest?
He just sends a sending or a message to Kellen and Mishka, apologizing for not being able to say bye. I mean, he probably would have. He did say bye to them before, but like when we got back to Granny with the silver and everything, he would have said bye to them then. But he didn't actually say bye leaving, so he will just make sure that they. I'll be back. Hopefully, not bitten by a werewolf.
You get a message back from both of them that essentially means, yeah, please don't do that. Please don't.
I think he also sends a message directly to Mishka, not Kellen, and he'll say, "I know our dynamic is different, but mm, Kellen likes you too, you know."
You get back. What? I mean, that we that's not we do you think he does?
Don't no. I mean, don't force anything. It doesn't have to be if I'm not there. You all just have to be friends. But also, if that's fine. I think they call it paramour or something. I don't know these terms. But if that is one, you don't need my permission, ill. But just I'll be back. I promise. Just don't be weird.
All right, well, you promised, so that means that you have to be back.
I will. I think the others would destroy many things if I don't make it back.
Well, good. And thank you for saying that.
I'll bring back a souvenir. Bye. Door slams.
Don't get bit. Bam. All right. Well,
I'm not doing anything specific before we leave, but as we get on the road, Nudazash's demeanor changes enough in where we're back on the road. She's back on alert. She's back on keeping an eye on everything. And Winifred is still flying overhead with the broom, so she's kind of trusting Winifred's got overwatch going on, but she's still like head on a swivel, very well aware that not only are we going into enemy territory, but like once again we are out in the woods. This is she's used to keeping an eye out for danger just in the woods in general.
all right. Well, as you all ride out and leave the perimeter of El Terrell behind, there's a little bit of a breeze at your back. The air smells nice. And you can't help but just sort of take in a breath, knowing that you're going into another trial to save another life, one that is very dear to all of you. But it's a different feeling being on the road to do so. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. And as a gift to my wonderful party, because you did slay Archon the Cruel, and you've had some dynamic and awesome RP moments, you all may gain a level.
Oh, damn.
I need to be better about that, so yeah. Gain your level, you heathens. You
Which
lovely
probably means
heathens
we're
that
gonna
I love
need
you
it.
much. Well, yeah, always. You always need
Always.
levels.
I need every level I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, this
So-
means I can now punch 3 times.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know what I get.
But to everybody in chat, Matt, it's okay. We're going to be posting this on YouTube, so you can easily jump back in and catch up wherever you had left us. And that goes for everybody in chat. If you have questions as to what the journey has been like so far for these wonderful adventures, you can go to youtube.com/CritHitChronicles, and you can watch the campaign from the beginning, where our adventurers started their journey together in the battle for Baldur's Gate. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and all the support. Matt, I see you. Thank you. To the new follows, to the raid from Omega, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. But as I look for a friend that we're going to pass off the good vibes to, we're going to give the platform to our wonderful players. Let them know where we can find you, what you'd like to promote.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. Most of the other stuff I'm doing is on Sundays. You can find me playing Baldur's Gate 3 in the morning on the Dungeon Scrawlers Twitch channel. I'm in the ending of Act 3. I'm starting to do all the last stuff. So you can see me playing a Dragonborn cleric, completely different than Udazash. Way different than Udazash there. And then in the afternoons on Sunday, I'm on the Players and Book channel, where you can see me playing a Tabaxi cleric. I have a type. Udazash is a complete and utter departure from the type that I usually play, which is fun, and I love it. And it's one of the reasons that I love playing with all these people. Also, these people are awesome, and I love it every single week that I get to play here on Fridays. Otherwise, thank you. Bye.
It's your boy, Omega, also known as Cryptbot across all social media channels. Bing Leo, who I just adore. I adore this little bean. Oh my god. Where you can find me, many places, of course. Just going through the list. You can find me Tuesdays over on twitch.tv/Surf Efforts for Terraform. In the evenings, you can find me on Thursdays on twitch.tv/Captain Robert for Vecna Evil Ruin. We're going to Barovia, and I am worried. Obviously, Fridays here. Random one-shots on my channel, etc., etc. I will be officially streaming Baldur's Gate before this game every Friday now, so we can do a nice raid into this wonderful place if you're part of my community. And then aside from that, again, just check out my socials. I'll be at MagicCon in Vegas. That is the next place I'm going. So if you're going there, or DragonCon or Gen Con, any of those things, you'll find me. I actually can announce, because it's been announced on the website. I haven't talked about it much, but still, Himbos, Oops All Himbos. Himbos is coming back to Gen Con for Himbo Heart, which is a dagger heart.
Yes. Love this.
Very, very pumped about that. So if you go to Gen Con, you will see all the Himbos in our glory being awesome. That's me.
Oh, hi, hello. Good evening, folks. You can call me Laura, or Tutu, or Laura22, and you can usually find me on various social media sites as _Laura22, or if you want to see all of the other things that I do and the projects that you can see my face or hear my voice on, you're going to want to go to my website, laura22.com. Obviously, I'm here every Friday for Shadows over Baldur's Gate, but you can also find me over with the fine folks at Rebels Without a Castle on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central for our D&D homebrew campaign, The Stone Lord's Folly. We made some choices, and now there are consequences for those choices. Yeah, it's great. Other than that, shockingly, I might have some time off, so your girl might actually take some time to like chill and like recalibrate a little bit. But if you want to see me in Los Angeles, I'll be at the Darkness Emergent LA with By Night Studios, hanging out, pretending to be a vampire, being bitchy and hot. No real cons this year except for PAX U. That's my plan. But That's me, y'all.
Hello, everyone. It's me, PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw, all the platforms, all the socials. PJ McGaw. I see the bearded face. You're in the right place. Let's see. When I'm not here on Fridays with these lovely legends, you can find me over at Althaven for the Noirville universe. We've had a bunch of amazing episodes drop, including the all bad guy, not quite villain, probably going to be villain superhero show Bad Meets Evil, which if you've missed the previous episodes, you can go to Althaven on YouTube and get caught up. There's some amazing episodes from the pull list. I think I'm going to be having one coming out soon with SneakerNet for something called Crash of the Titans. Details of my socials. Also, if you are in LA or more specifically Riverside, May 31st to June 1st, I have been working really hard as a sort of panelist content creation and moderator for the fastest rising anime convention in California called Anime Fire, happening in Anime Riverside. So if you want to see me, see some celebrities, see some great anime content, go check it out. Come and support it. Come say hi to me. I'll be happy to say hi to you, doing some fun panels about how to put anime into TTRPGs, and does anime martial arts actually apply to real martial arts, and a bunch of other crazy fun stuff. And doing more convention planning works with Mysticon 2025 and just a bunch of stuff. So if you need any details on what I'm doing, what's next, where I'll be, go check out my socials. But if you're going to be here for the end of May, come say hi to me at Anime Riverside, and I look forward to seeing you then. And now, back over to Cujo.
And I am Cujo. I've been your chronicler for this evening. You can find me all over the place as either Cujo Plays Games or at Crit Hit Chronicles for official show announcements and highlights and that sort of thing. I mentioned this at the beginning. You can find me over at Gen Con. Not only wandering the floor and whatnot, but if you would like to play in a game, maybe of Tales of the Valiant, and you would like me as your GM, then there might be an event on the Gen Con page that you should go and find. I will be posting more highlights about that as we get closer to the event. But in the meantime, you can find me Wednesdays over at Nerd Immersion playing 2024 D&D. We finished Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk, which was terrifying, but now we are venturing out into some new content. So that's fun. Catch us here for Thursdays for Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press and the Kobold Creates program. And I can't say what it is, but on a Tuesday in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a new show. And you should tune in for that. So you should do that. But keep an eye on the socials for that announcement, because we're really excited about that one. Anywho, we are going to go ahead and get a raid going for Trooper SJP. They're also playing some tabletop RPGs. So pass along the love. But in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. Lift each other up. Take care of each other. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.